Hey everyone, it's Asia Dang. Thank you for joining me again on another budget video. Let's see, where shall we begin? I guess we'll kind of just begin with the title of the video, and I have put together some new financial flowcharts. I am about to upload a what I spent this week video probably next week, and during that video, as you will see, I kind of put some money towards a new car and then also towards investing. And I realized at the end of the week that I didn't really have a goal, like a financial goal for the money yet. I was still kind of just like throwing money in there, but I realized I work way better when I have an end goal. That's probably why I was able to pay off my student loan so quickly, because I like achieving an end goal and I like doing it as soon as possible. So I wasn't originally going to do a flowchart for my new car and then for investing, but I figure that it's probably best for me, just the way that I work, to do that. So here it is. It is behind my completed savings account and behind my completed sinking funds. And let's see, here it is. So as you can see, these are just like 2020 to 2021 savings goals. Buying a new car, I keep on saying this. Brian and I are thinking, or we're going to combine our 2-car household into a 1-car household. And Brian mentioned that he might be interested in just buying out his Tesla after the lease is up next year. And I'm not opposed to it. Frankly, I love the car. He has the Tesla X. And Brian's been busy, so he hasn't had the opportunity to call in yet to see what the buyout amount would be. But I was doing some research online about used Tesla X's, and I figure for myself I'd save about $26,000. I have an entire year to save up that money, so there's really no rush to do that, but you guys know I just love to cross out my boxes. So this should be done, not pretty soon, but I think it'll probably be done by the end of the year. One thing while I was doing this that I decided to add was moving costs. As you'll see, so our lease in this place is up in September, end of September, and right now we're trying to figure out what to do, whether it's to stay here, because we really do love the apartment. It has a lot of space, a lot of natural light, and the outdoor space, the balcony or the patio, has been really, really crucial during quarantine. It's kind of saved our lives. However, we've also been toying with the idea of maybe temporarily relocating to Houston, so we could save up a lot of money really quickly to buy a house, probably within the year. So I'm not too sure about that. We're not really sure what's happening, which kind of makes it hard. We're gonna go probably July, this month, to Houston to kind of just see rentals. And yeah, but I kind of did a quick Google search on U-Haul, what it would take to move from LA to Houston, and they estimated about almost $6,000, but I decided to add $7,000 just to have a little extra cushion. And then if we end up not using that money, if we end up just staying here or just relocating someplace in LA, that of course won't be fully used, so we can use that on a vacation or just towards a down payment. But yeah, I decided to add that there. And investing. So investing has been kind of hard for me because, again, there was just really no end goal, because the end goal is to, get a house and then have enough money in your account to retire comfortably. But there was never really an end financial goal for me for the year. And again, that's something that I need. I need to have like a very straightforward plan set ahead for me. So putting money aside for the past couple months since I completed my baby step 3 has been kind of difficult. I've just been throwing money here and there, but I've decided that I want to try and invest $50,000 by the end of 2020. So that is my goals. It's definitely a lot, but I feel now that I can see this visually, I actually feel good about it. And the crazy thing is that even the 50 plus the 26 plus the moving of 7,000, that's still thousands and thousands of dollars cheaper than what I was able to dump into my student loan debt when I was paying off my student loans for a year. So even though I still have some lofty goals I want towards money this year, I still feel like if anything, everything goes to plan work-wise, that it won't actually be as stressful as it was paying off my debt. Let me actually, I have my, here is my 2019 planner, and let's just look over. So here was my last student loan debt financial flow chart, and this was scary. This had a lot of boxes, and comparing this whole page into this half a page, it just kind of makes me feel a little better. And yeah, these were broken up into $2,000 boxes. The buying a car and investing is broken up into two, and then the moving costs is broken into $1,000 boxes. So I don't know, I did this morning and I feel way better about financially 2020 because I now have a plan. So I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that really quickly because it will come up in next week's video during my what I spent this week video. So there's that. A lot of my budget percentages will end up making more sense if you watch next week's video because I did spend quite a bit of money on some things. So you'll get a better understanding as to that breakdown if you watch it. Housing, 12%. You guys know that this apartment is $4,000 and Brian and I split that down the middle, so $2,000 each. Food was 6%, transportation was only 0.2%. I actually did pay for gas this month for the first time in a long time. And I did want to mention, I have been getting refund checks from my car insurance because obviously everyone's driving less these days. So I would recommend that if you aren't, or if you haven't been getting those refund checks, go ahead and call and tell them your situation. I didn't have to do that. They kind of just sent it to me automatically. And also remember that I prepaid for a year of car insurance because I don't like to have monthly payments taken out of my account. And they still honored that. So it's not a lot of money. It was only about, I think, $45 a month, but $45 goes a long way if you need it, like towards food or towards whatever you need. So if you aren't getting reimbursed or refunded by your car insurance, I would give them a call and see what they can do. Dogs, 1%. So something that I did in June is that I actually was starting to make the dogs food like myself using human food, human grade food. So that's why the dog percentage is low, but the food percentage is, I mean, it's not high. I've had higher food percentages, but that's kind of wise because I've kind of just lumped in the dog's food with the food that we get because I get them at the same butcher. So I was feeding the dogs like really cheap cuts of protein, like chicken feet and chicken liver and stuff like that. So I don't know, it ended up being more cost effective, but more time consuming. So it's just something I was trying out. Home was 3%, personal was 3%, equipment was 8%, which is still a large chunk, but again, it's because I have Elaine has been doing my thumbnails as well as some Insta Stories promo. And then this month in July, I will be paying, that number should increase because I've actually been working with a video editor on a couple videos. Hopefully you have noticed kind of the difference. She edited my $15 ThredUp haul, which is already live. And then she edited next week's video of what I spent this week. So the equipment percentage will be high in the month of July and going forward, and that's why. Investing, I invested 35% of my income this month or in June, and again, a lot of this is explained in the what I spent this week video, so you'll see, if you check into that, you'll know exactly how much I contributed that week. Travel, Brian and I went on a staycation and we stayed at a very expensive hotel. That's why that is 9%. Health is 16%, which is a lot of money. And then donations were 6%. So for health, I actually finished paying off my Invisalign. Can you guys tell if my teeth are getting straighter or not? I feel like it's not really working. I'm halfway there. So I'm hoping the last couple months is when it's totally shifting, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess we'll see at the very end. But I had, I think, $2,500 left to pay off my Invisalign, and I did that in the month of June, so I have no more Invisalign payments. Brian, however, has not been wearing his Invisalign as much as I have, so he actually had to get new trays, and that was an additional $800 that he now has to pay on top of the $6,000 that the Invisalign costs. So very expensive learning moment. If you plan to do Invisalign, you have to make sure that you wear your Invisalign as much as possible. I only take out my Invisalign during videos. I used to not, but you can tell, like videos and pictures, you can actually tell. And then a half an hour before I eat, and then they go in immediately. So if you are thinking about doing Invisalign, that is what I would recommend you do. Take it very seriously so you're not continuing to spend more money on this stuff. For personal, I did buy a couple swimsuits, some eco-friendly swimsuits. We'll see how they turn out. And I also did, if you remember last budget video, I went shopping at Reformation. I kind of did this huge shopping spree for myself after I paid off, or after I completed my emergency fund. And then it came out that Reformation actually has some pretty big issues ethically in their workspace, and that has convinced me to no longer purchase from them. However, I actually did, since COVID, they have extended their return policy. So I actually returned a $250 dress of theirs yesterday. So I will be getting that credit back, which is pretty cool. So if you have recently bought from Reformation and you are thinking of returning an item, I would do it. They've extended their return policy to 60 days, I believe, but you have to have the tags still attached to the garment. So I actually was keeping the dress because I was thinking of getting it tailored better to my body. But as I was looking at it, I realized that I still had the tags on it, and I decided instead of spending more money on the dress, just return it, since it's not a company that I plan on actively supporting anymore. But again, I will still be wearing the items that I have already purchased and worn, just because, you know, I bought them. And yeah, so there's that. So I've decided to put them in doggy daycare. I think I am going to, I have to double check the website, but I think that's going to be about $300 a month, which is money I'm happy to part with. Not that I don't love my dogs, but I'm realizing that it is nice to just have a couple hours here and there to myself. Peace and quiet. So that is an expense that will happen in July, as well as increased equipment expenses, and hopefully more investing and putting aside more money for the car. Yeah, you know what? I feel really good about this. I was having mini anxiety attacks about the money, like where I, was getting inside of my head and couldn't really think or sleep well, because I'm just trying to figure out all these scenarios in my mind about how my money should be distributed. But this is why I love a good flow chart, is because it helps you plan out your goals, and then just the visual representation of highlighting or crossing off boxes just makes you feel really good. So you guys know that this is a tool that I used for years to pay off my debt. It's something that I used just ever since, and I find that it is really beneficial for me. Again, you can make it look much more prettier than the boxes I do. I am not an artistic soul at all, but there's if you Google, I guess or if you Pinterest debt flow or flow charts, money flow charts, you'll have some really cute ideas if you want to do a nice graphic or do whatever. I don't know what you would do. See, this was my attempt at a house. This is how terrible I am at drawing. True story, I took a drawing class in my freshman year of high school, and I dropped out after the first class and decided to take choir because I could not draw a three-dimensional chair. And as you can tell, my skills have not gotten better. So yeah, that's that. In terms of investing, I just want to clarify that retirement and a down payment are all going to go into this account, my investing account. And then next year, actually, before I need to turn in my 2020 taxes, because that's when you kind of decide how much money you want to put towards retirement. Then we will redistribute the money, put some money in that account towards retirement, and then some of that money towards a down payment. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Nothing really new to report. A lot of money or budget questions you may have will be in next week's, probably in the next video. And yeah, that's it. Oh, you know what? I did pick a person that I'm going to help budget. If you guys remember, I am planning to do a budget series where I help you all or some of you out for the month to kind of just figure out your goals and help you adjust your budget. So I did pick the very first person that I'm going to do that with. And I will email her or him this week. Feel like I kind of gave that one away. That's about it. If you have any questions or any video ideas you would love to see from me, please let me know in the comment section. And that's it. I'm Asia Dang. Thank you much. Thank you much. I'm Asia Dang. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel. Okay, bye.